What is your ideal type of guy?
Oh, good sense of humor.
He has to be fit.
I like someone funny with a good sense of humor.
My ideal type of guy would be someone who's working like myself.
He definitely has to, I wouldn't say have a good body, but he has to be fit, has to at least go to the gym or play sports.
Like, I want someone to have fun with me.
Someone also very sweet and caring.
Someone who's nice and caring.
Family orientated, and someone who respects me for who I am.
Be respectful, not just to me, to everyone else.
And someone who has passion, someone that has like a goal and is determined to go for something. Like
I just don't like ignorant or arrogant guys because I find them really immature.
Self-management. They can manage their own business, own career, own study really well.
not someone that's like doesn't really care what they're gonna do with their life.
Someone taller than me, because like I'm really really tall. I'm like 173, so that's like 5'7".
And someone who is into the same food. Like some people, they eat completely different food from me. So that's very important.
Just someone taller than me and older.
Oh, and taller than me.
Do you expect the guy to pick you up on the first date?
I prefer not, just in case I find that they're like crazy and then they know where I live and I can't escape.
No.
It depends, not necessarily.
Like ideally,
Especially a Tinder date. No, I don't trust it. Come on.
No.
If it's somewhere like where it's sort of far for us, then we can go make our own way there.
I think I'd rather meet him there so that if the date does go badly, I've got an escape route.
I'll drive and meet him there as well.
I don't know what kind of person he is. He has to drop me off as well.
It'd be nice if he offered.
It would be nice if they could, but I don't expect them to.
If he offered, then I'll be like, oh okay, cool. I save gas. Right? Save money.
How far would you go on a first date?
Depends on how long have I known the person.
Depends how much I like him.
If it's someone I have never met before, probably not too far.
Hold hands maybe. That's all.
Not very far, probably just hold hands.
And depends if the person I feel comfortable with.
Probably just like a hug. I don't know.
No, not very far. A hug and a kiss. Kiss maybe.
But if it's person I feel like it's not my type, just won't go very far, not even hold hands, like just no chance.
Holding hands and stuff is like more intimate than like safe sex, like to me. Because like holding hand is like a thing you do with the person you're in a relationship with, right?
Do you have any deal breakers?
I think I do. My biggest deal breaker would be smoking.
Yeah, shorter than me.
Oh, I don't like a type of a guys who talks a lot about himself.
Someone who's rude to the waiter.
If he had a really bad sense of humour.
Younger than me.
I like a guy who's health conscious, and I don't want obviously someone who's interacting with drugs and drinking too much alcohol. A little bit's fine, but just not overboard.
Because then you know how they really are. Like if they're like rude to strangers, then sooner or later they'll show their true side.
Like he told really bad jokes and then he thought they were funny. And then he had a really bad laugh as well. So it has to be all three. If it was one of the three, it'd be okay. But if it was all three, it'd be a deal breaker.
If they smell, like smell is so important. If you smell bad, I don't want to go near you. Like no.
What would you do if you're on a terrible first date?
Start picking my nose on the table.
I'd probably try and gross him out.
There's always an escape plan.
I would text my friend and tell her to call me and say she's in the hospital.
If the date wasn't going very well, I would just excuse myself politely and say that I had to pick up my mother.
I probably just find an excuse to say, oh, I have to see your friends after this.
So I'd be like, oh my god, I've got a cramp. I need to go to the toilet. And then like, maybe come back and like describe the diarrhea to him. And then just really try and gross him out and then, yeah, just probably leave after that.
Nah, I'll just be straight up and be like, F you. Laters. I'm really bad at lying, so I'd rather not lie to you and just tell you straight up, sorry. Nah, I have nothing to be sorry for. I'll just be like, bye.
Would you date anyone outside your race?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I think. I haven't tried, but like I'm open to it.
I wouldn't mind. And I have dated someone with a different nationality background or different race. I personally don't think that would be a big deal.
Yes, I would. I would date someone outside of my race because I think that being in Australia, it's very multicultural and you never know who you're going to meet. There's all different peoples from all walks of life and we shouldn't judge each other.
Who pays on the first date?
I don't expect the guy to pay. I think I prefer like if we just split it 50-50.
Half. Just in case they're like making me feel guilty about it, or they're like, oh, you have to come on the second day. I paid, like you owe me, kind of thing.
It doesn't matter, but if they paid, it would leave a really good impression.
I normally will offer to pay on the first date. Like a woman can do as good as a man, but then it's a kind of a hypocrite. If I want be an independent woman, I want all equal right in the society, but on the other hand, I enjoy the gender bias.
It would be nice if the guy paid, but having said that, women are all about equal rights at the moment, and guys work equally as hard as us for their income. And being an independent woman, I would always offer at a minimum.
In the past, we may expect guys to be generous to pay for bills.
I believe in gender equality, so it'd be hypocritical if I expected the guy to pay.
If there's someone I feel it's not my type, if they end up paying the bill, I feel guilty. Like I can't just walk away if they offer me something free.
Like if they pay on the first day, I'm happy to pay on like the second or third.
But if I offered, I'd be like, if you insist, I guess.
What's your age preference for dating? What is too old and what is too young?
I preferably would like someone around my age, not younger than more than 2 years.
I wouldn't go like that much younger than me. Maybe my age.
However, it depends on the maturity level.
I don't think I'll date someone younger.
I wouldn't date anyone younger than me.
Probably not anything younger, like more like 4 years younger than me.
But older, I'd be willing to go 10, 12 years older than me.
Oldest I'd date is probably like 4 or 5 years.
Or maximum I can do is 10 years older than me.
I'd say like 2-3 years older. So between like 21 and 30.
What would you do if your date was late?
Depends on what kind of excuse.
It depends how late.
Depends on the excuse.
I wouldn't be there after 30 minutes.
If it was like, oh shit, there's like roadworks all of a sudden during the day, then I'll be like, oh no, it's all good.
So let's say a car accident or some of his dog has died. Something like that, I feel, I understand.
But if there was a genuine reason, for example, like something actually happened to him, like as in a car accident or something like that, I might understand. However, I would still feel stood up and a little bit hurt. So I would probably just leave.
If I know they're living far, then I'll probably just wait.
But then it's like, if you knew there was roadworks happening around your house and you still left late, then I'm really impatient, so I would not wait.
But it just depends if I'm really keen for the guy or not. My
For-
tummy
yeah.
grumbled.
Oh, it's fine.
Are
you hungry?
You'll be fine.
Have some food.
Have some snacks.
It's
And also if the person is into a same food, because with the different cultural backgrounds, they can into completely different food. Let's do something like compromise, but with the food, it's just who I am. It's something I like. I just can't change.
Food. It's
Life is all about food. Food is a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a tummy.
Sweet. That's it. That's the questions. Yeah.
I like looking at myself.
Okay, look here then. Just look there.
Am I too like
No, that was good.
aggro? I feel like everyone's so nice.
Oh, hey guys. Thanks for watching our videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment for us down below. We do other videos, so check them out here or here. Yeah, check them out.